What's up, guys? This is Brenton with Vortex Detailing, mobile auto detailing business based in Oregon City, Oregon. In this video, we're going to be doing a severe transformation on this 1977 Chevy pickup 3/4 ton. I just bought this truck yesterday. It was sitting in somebody's yard for the last 20 years. Original owner. Dad bought it brand new in 1977. Gave it to his son. When he passed, son just passed. Sister, new owner, has to get rid of the truck. 800 people messenger on Facebook Messenger, which is, she had a Facebook Marketplace. Somehow I'm the one that ends up with the thing. I don't know how. Anywho's, this thing is all original. It's fantastic. Stay tuned for the video. You're going to see a lot of cool stuff here. Crazy transformation. The truck was just covered in moss from 20 years of not being washed, at least 20 years of not being washed. We're going to try to keep it all original if we can. In this video, we're just going to be cleaning up the outside, and I'll save the interior for another video. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy it. Okay, guys, so they have this rubber mat in here, and you saw me lift up the mat. I lifted it up to move all of the debris this way so I could get it out easier. The reason you saw me sweeping it, well, for one, there was a bunch of stuff, but there ended up being a lot of glass in there, so I didn't want to, and I tried to vacuum up what I could and then sweep the rest of it out. So check this out. Because of that mat for 20 years or whatever, how long it's been in here, the moisture has been getting trapped under here, which is to be expected. I knew this was going to happen, and I noticed it right when I showed up to get the truck. This is bad news. There's a big indentation here, and you probably can't really see it on the camera, but it's deep, and it still seems pretty solid. So I think we're going to be okay, but it could just be a dent, but I'm willing to bet, that we start, when I clean this up, we're going to see some holes, and pretty rusty down here, and it's looking kind of sketchy. All right, so I pressure washed out the bed. Didn't use any chemicals or anything, didn't want to waste any chemicals on this. Was able to clean it up pretty doggone good. It is very rusty. Of course, we did find some rust spots, holes in the bed here where it's all dented in. This does appear to just be a really bad dent, which would probably be why they put that mat in here in the first place, to make an even level surface. I think we're gonna leave it like this for now and move on to the engine bay and around underneath. I already started picking some of this stuff out, but this thing is a mess. I think we're gonna go ahead and, whoo, I mean, look at that. Alright guys, wow. I am actually amazed by how well that cleaned up with just the air compressor and the Vortex, you know, the little guy, which is me. It's not actually me, but it is a Vortex. It works great. I also pulled out my regular wand with the little, little thin tip to get down in the little cracks. But man, this thing, cleaned up really nice. I think I'm actually just going to leave it like this for now until I can get it running. And then when I get it running, I'll go ahead and determine whether I want to keep it original and dirty like it is, or if I want to go ahead and clean it up. We'll just see what I have to do to it. So sometimes keeping things original and keeping things dirty and rusty is the way to go. The most common engine ever to be built in the world, 50 years ahead of its time at least. Very, very good engine, and parts are readily available still to this day because they made so many of them and they survived for so long. This one has 80,000 miles on it, so I'm sure there's nothing wrong with this engine. I'm sure when I put a battery in here and put some fresh fuel in it, it's probably going to fire right off, and there won't be an issue. So I'm going to leave it the way that it is, and I'm going to start washing. Okay guys, so I went ahead and sprayed some PB Blaster on the hinges, and I also put white lithium grease on there. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, can't get the hood closed. I don't want to introduce the very common Chevy warp, which is already starting to happen here. I just don't want to make it any worse than it already is. So I'm just going to leave the hood open, and I'm going to wash the truck, and I'll probably end up, well, if the penetrating lubricant doesn't do anything, then I'll probably just end up going ahead, put new hinges on it, play it safe, and I'll go ahead and put the reinforcement here, drill a couple holes, and that'll add reinforcement to these so they don't bend right here. Wow, there's a bow tie under that. Good looking one too. Boy howdy. She's gonna be turning heads, let me tell you. Gonna be snapping necks, baby. You can actually see the lights now. I'll end up taking these light covers off, out and cleaning in around in there on all of these. We'll get her all detailed up. This is just a quick once over for now. See what we're working with. All right, she is washed. You'll see all the swirls and the haze and that. Not a big deal. I did wash this with a Scotch-Brite pad. I just wanted to make sure that I knocked down everything that I could. I also used a decontamination towel or a clay bar. Same thing. I just used a synthetic clay bar essentially over the top of that with iron and rust removal or remover. And she's clean. You know, she's gonna be scratched up, but she's definitely clean. Overall, this body is super straight. There's one little dent right there. There's a couple little more dents just like that on the tailgate. But the rest of this truck, man, it is straight as an arrow. There's definitely some cancer, you know, but nothing crazy or out of control as far as I can tell yet. What's up, guys? It's been a few days since I cleaned the truck, and a lot's happened since then. For one thing, we definitely got it running. Okay, I stopped at the store on my way home from work, got a brand new battery. It was the next day after I got it, which was the day that I washed it, and this was 5 days ago now. All I had to do was put a couple squirts of fuel down the yap and turn the choke on. It's a manual choke. Pump the throttle 2 or 3 times and turned it over, and the thing barked off and started immediately. I mean, it runs good, and I took a little video clip for you here so you can check that out. So check this out real quick. See if she'll bark off for us. Fires right up. Oh. Just purrs like a little kitten. Wow. New battle roid. A little bit of fuel down the yap. Turn the key. Thing fires up like it's fresh off the lot. Booyah. Pretty awesome, huh? For being 48 years old, somewhere around there, 47 years old, and been sitting for the last 20 years. I think they had said they had started up once in 2009 was the last time, and they started up just so they could move it real quick in the yard, and that was it. Both fuel tanks work, and they both had fuel in them, and honestly, I've been running it. I went ahead and I put, you know, some fresh fuel in. I put some Berryman B12 in, you know, to clean everything out, to clean the fuel system out. And I drove this thing, even on the tires, which I don't think you guys have really seen. I'll try to get it up close on these tires. I drove this thing 20 miles. I had to drive it into town, go to Les Schwab to get, I bought some new used tires, and they turned out to be, well, Dumbo here actually failed to just go ahead and look at the tire size on the old tires, which the tread is totally, I mean, not the tread's great, but the walls are scary. And they're 16.5, super oddball deal. And likewise, that means the wheels are 16.5-inch wheels. Anywho's, these tires are 16-inch tires for a 16-inch wheel. So I had to order new wheels. Now I have these really nice, shiny wheels coming to be put on the truck, and it's going to look very goofy, to say the least, with a super shiny wheel on a very rustic, faded out pickup. We'll have to do something about it. With all that, you guys, this is Brenton with Vortex Detailing, mobile auto detailing business based in Oregon City, Oregon. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing more videos of this truck as we get it dialed in for the new owner. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you know what to do. If you like the video, you know what to do. God bless you.